Well, hello everyone, this is Light on the 2 playing Forza Horizon 2 and my daily driving with a Honda Civic Type R. This is really an interesting car, not just because it has front wheel drive, but it has in some way a special engine which is in default inline. But after, if you are getting to a specific torque level, then its engine is just going to open up into V form, and for that it has an interesting sound that you will be able to listen when I will be on to pass that specific level of the torque meter, but I'm just trying to find a place to show it. So let me just try to get into the straight, and then let's just take the left. Let's just start it. It's going to open up almost, and then yeah, it just opened up, and then the power in it is just going to free up. Even for that, right now it's just a Class B car and not the fastest among the cars in Forza Horizon, but even for that it's just makes this car really an interesting car. Not to mention that its engine just able to rev up to 9000 RPM round per minute, which lets this car to be a really good race car in so many ways. Oh yeah. I was just trying to keep the car on the road. I was lucky, but it was not a big slide. I'm just trying to perform its sound, because if I'm just getting under the specific level of the torque, then it's just going to not make that sound. It's just going to be a usual engine, but above 4500 RPM. It's just going to make this sound. And this is really interesting, because usually engines are just not really opening up themselves from inline to V form, and I think it's just really an interesting thing. Even for that, I'm not really a mechanic, so I'm not really able to tell you how these things is just really works, but the point is that it just works like this in some way, that if it just got opened up, then it's going to make a really interesting sound. And of course it's just compared to their RPM, so in this way I guess I should... Oh no, I'm not able to, or let me just check it out if I can. Let's... Yeah. Oh yeah, you can hear that there is nothing here under 4500 above it. It just really has an interesting sound. So let me just check out. I was thinking on that with this car I'm going to participate in a race, not just because I will need money for buying all the car that I'm going to use out, but I guess this car is just really for the purpose to race with it. Even for that, it can happen that its suspension might be a bit too tight, but in some way it's just not really a problem, because at least it can really hold the car on the road. Oh yeah, let's just do the usual thing. Let's just try to follow them. Oh yeah, they have interesting sounds as well. Two red cars in front. Oh yeah, an Audi. So let's just try to push it a bit, because it's just not really fast enough. Just let him out. Okay, so it's just the usual thing. I was here before. Let me just take the right at the end of the road, because I was I was taking the left before. So yeah, I'm just seeing a race there. And because of that, they made the Forza Horizon 2 in that way that it's no matter what, with what kind of car you are just getting into a race with, it's going to fit for the purpose, because the enemies are just going to fit against you no matter what. Because I'm saying this because in the first part of Forza Horizon it was working like that. For each race there was a specific class what you could use it in, with, or, and in that way it was only one class for each of the races. But in this game they just made it that the classes are just changing all the time. So let me just enter the race. I'm really curious about the car, and I don't think that it's going to be bad thing for me that I'm going to race a bit, because usually, I mean lately I was just on to drive on the road, and of course it's fine for me, but because of that I'm thinking that I'm going to spend all my money on new cars. That for that I was thinking on that maybe I should make a bit of money. Let's hope that this car is going to fit for the purpose perfectly. So let's just check it out and let's just go after them. It's going to be a 3-lap races, and I'm going to use my VTEC engine to pass the enemy, and in that races at least I am able to draft on the enemy. So in this way they are going to make me faster if I will be able not to crash myself in the turns. Oh yeah, I'm just on to, but it's just really accelerating faster. Of course this is might be because that this car is just really on. I mean it's just stock right now. I was not even putting anything into it. Okay, it's just still fine that I'm approaching, and because of the front wheel drive it's going to be stable in a very different way than how it would be with the rear wheel drive. But it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to keep up with the pack, and I was seeing I am fine. Don't hit the brake. You don't need to brake in this turn. Damn man, you are just slowing me down, Culbertson. Go turn around and go home, because you are just making me to lose this race because of your lame Chico. Oh yeah, I was able to pass both of them almost in the same turn. So I still do have one more lap, and I do still have 2 opponents in front. So I just should push it baby. I'm not going to get after them if I'm not going to push it. So let me just try to pit in the turns and let's just try to get after them. But Gonzalez is just pushing to it, and its car is just really doing very great acceleration compared to mine. And how I'm seeing, I'm just aiming after them. I'm trying to stay on the road. Chico! Slingshot. Oh, it should be like that thing that I was just drafting behind it, and I was just getting my good speed behind it, but even for anything it's just really going away from me because it's just accelerating faster. But there are a couple turns left which I might be able to use out to get inside and pass the Gonzalez guy. So let's just try not to make mistakes in the turns, and that way it's going to be fine, because at least I was able to get up on the first place, and I'm still trying to keep it. Oh shit, I was not watching where the turn is just going to go, and for that reason I was not able to. Oh, I'm killing myself. Oh shit, go. Oh yeah, at least it looks like that I was able to crash myself into the first place, or not, because it was just a checkpoint how I'm seeing it right now. So let's just try to not to speak it out in advance, because it can happen, of course, that I'm going to make a big mistake or Gonzalez are just going to get after me, but it was just not like that. I was able to make a bit of money, at least. So in that way I'm a bit happy, because I was counting on this car, even for that it's just not too much money, but little is more than none. So I guess it was really fine, because
wow.
I do like
top driving there, mate. The crowd were going nuts.
That was fine. I guess it was really awesome how the Type R Honda Civic is just performed. Thanks to the car, baby. It was really cool in some way, but it looks like my championship. No thanks, I'm not intent to do it for 750 credits. Right now it would be just a waste of time, I guess, so let me just get back to my VTEC engine and let's just open it up. So push it, baby! Okay, yeah, it's just the sound what I do really like. And maybe I should find another race to make more money, because I will need it. And even for that I do know that if I would pick up the credit signs all around in Europe, in Forza Horizon 2, then I would get money from it. But it's just really a habit for me not to collect them for some reason. In the first part I was always starting with that thing that I was just gathering all the 100 card what garage guy was able to give you, and in that way all the upgrades just became free of charge in so many ways. So because of that it's just not working like that right now. I am on to make money, a bit more than none, and I guess this car just really fits for the purpose. But I was seeing another race around, so let me just check it out, because most of the time I'm not really deciding from one event, because I'm always thinking that if you do really want to make sure yourself about something, then at least you should try it at least 3 times. And after it you tried it 3 times, and when the 3 times were almost the same, then you can say that, oh yeah, it's just like this. But if you are trying it out 3 times and the 3 times result is just going to be different compared to each other, then I'm always saying that it's not working like this. So I will need to figure it out more if I want to be correct in it. But let's just get back to the race, because I will need to, and it looks like it's going to be a sprint race. So let's just try to get after Kohan, because in that way I will be able to draft on it, and then I will be able to accelerate faster. So let me just try to get after the guys and not to get killed by the Kohan guy, because he was just pulling on me and just doing the same all the time. Even for that I was in, I guess, and even for anything he was having enough place, I guess. He was just doing such thing like pulling on me. Of course he's just not really intent to let me up in front, but of course for that I'm not really going to pull it away for you guys. But yeah, he was just pushing me down from the road for this, and it's not the best, because I'm just getting that behind from the others, that even for that is just 29% of the completion of the map. I'm still far behind from the others, and I don't know, I'm just pushing and nothing really happens. So it looks like that this car is just not really for straight. Oh yeah, I'm just still trying to get after the guys, but this Kohan guy is at the first place and still just coming on me. Shit, I'm not easily able to shake it. and we just passed the half of the race, and I'm just still the 7th, so it doesn't really look too great for me. I think I should take the turn well. In that way, if I want to pass at least a couple of the racers. So let's just pedal to the metal, baby. Don't. Oh, I need to. Okay, at least I just got after them in some way. And let me just try to pass them somehow. I'm not really sure how is it going to work, but I'm hoping that they are going to turn in some way. And then I will be able to fit in next to them. Oh, Shiku! Tachu! Killing everybody around me. Let's just try to fit in inside. And then it just was really fine. I made them to stop. And even for anything, I was just able to get up onto the 3rd place. It was in some way, I guess, fine, because I hope that I'm going to get a couple of money. But yeah, even for that, their car was much faster in some way. I'm not really glad about the results, because of course I'm not the first. But at least I just got money and I got back to the millionaire status. Okay, even for anything, I think this car is just really a good car, because it just fits onto the road really cool by default. And in so many ways you just need to upgrade its engine, but of course a couple of tires are always coming handy. But right now I was able only to perform the 3rd place. I think it was because of that I was not really knowing the map, because it's just really hard. It's almost veteran. I just took out the automatic clutch because it's just really... Oh, look at this. Just really an interesting thing. Look at this. He's just an interesting guy, I guess. He's just pushing it to the metal. And he's just wrecking everything. So yeah, I'm thinking that I just lost in some way, because I was not aware of what kind of turns are just coming after what. And of course in hard races you really need to be aware of what is happening to you by an inch, I guess, from inch to inch, maybe it's better expression. But the point is that you really need to be familiar around. And if you are just getting there not knowing the place well, then you can be happy that you just got to the 3rd place. Anyway, I'm not explaining myself, I can't explain myself, I lost. There is no explanation for this. Of course I'm just kidding, it's just not that serious. I'm having fun during races. Oh yeah, it was a rev up and nothing else. I guess it was really fine. But yeah, let me just try to do one more race before I'm going to end the video, because of course I'm not intend to do a longer video than an hour. And how I was seeing all the time when I'm just turning the video off, I'm getting close to it almost all the time. It's going to be a dirt race. I'm not intend to do such thing like dirt race, but let me just pass on to the other race, because it can happen that it's going to be a better race for me for some reason. I'm thinking that I almost got myself killed with the tree. Because of that I'm just using it with on and off controller, and it's just not that precise how a wheel should be. So in that way it can happen that I'm just not precise enough. Monteligno East Ray. I think I just made this before, but because of that I'm not really playing too much with Forza Horizon 2. For that I'm not sure which race was this, but I'm not really interested in it, of course, that what kind of race was this. I'm going to do the same again. Let's just hope it's just not going to be the same that I just did before. in the same video. So let's just try to get back into that thing. Okay. Yeah, for some reason I'm just thinking that it can happen that I just got back to the same place, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just try to do it again. And I'm still trying to progress, and for some reason I was able to overtake the 7th guy almost easily, and I'm just getting on to the others for some reason. I'm not sure what is happening, but at least I do know that I might be able to get up onto the first place, and if I'm going to be correct, then the humping way is just coming. You just really do like this, and you are not really able to stay. Ouch. Okay, let's just try to push it, keep myself. Oh, he's just trying to close in, he's just trying to close, man. I'm not really letting it. Oh, he's just pushing me back, so I'm pushing it back. Oh yeah, I'm just going to fit in. I'm fitting it. Look at this, look at this. I just fit in. I told you that I'm going to fit in. Let's just try to break in fast, and in that way I might be able to get after them. And they are just getting to the half of the race. Delgado is just in front, and oh damn, they just accelerated far away from me in an instant. So let's just hope that the turns are going to coming. I mean, they are just going to help for me. Don't kill myself, man. Oh yeah, at least I am able to get close to it. Chico, I almost made it worst. I almost killed myself. Let's just try to do such thing like trying not to kill them. Down. And yeah, at least I'm just trying to pass up, but they are just accelerating that much faster that they are just pushing me down from the road. Hey man, what were you thinking from yourself that you can do this? Come back here, come back. Yeah, I do know that right now the Civic is just not really the best in dragging or accelerating, so for that it looks like this straight race it was just not really my race, because everybody is just getting on me. They are just getting on me and I'm not really able to pass them. Oh yeah, for some reason I just got on to the 4th place, and it's just really starting to be a shame for me. Even for that, yeah, I'm seeing that their car was just really faster. With not just a bit, it can happen that their engine was really built up, you know, better way than mine. So it looks like if I do want to stay competitive, then I would like to do such thing like tuning up my Honda, or let's just try to find a race with a lot of turn in it. Okay? Okay. Because in that way I think I will be able to check out if the car is wrong or the driver. Because in that way, if I will be able to do such thing like Autumn Sprint is not going to be Anello Street Race, South Valley Sprint. Oh, where am I? Anyway, let's just try not to find a race on the other side of the map. I'm just trying to find a circuit lap, but club circuit. Okay, just too small. It just might be better, but I'm just not having satisfaction with it. It's just new, and it's just not even that thing. Oh yeah, it's just a new, and it's just a circuit lap. So let me turn around and let me just check it out for the last time. Woo! Almost. I was not really watching. So yeah, before I'm going to end the race, I mean the game, let me just get back to the last race, and then the 4th race is just going to be the last. But at least I might be able to find out what I am onto, because I'm thinking that this car is just really not a bad car, even for that the driver is. And so for that, let's just let me just check it out how it's going to fit into not just fast straights. So in that way I might be able to do such thing like showing you that this car has a really good turning ability compared to other racers or other racers' cars. But the point is that I'm just missing the turn. Even for that I would be able to take it really decently with this car. I was not even seeing that it's just coming. Okay, but at least I'm just getting back to the place where I do want the race. So let's just do it, and because of that it's just going to be a new one. At least I'm not aware of what is going to be. So in that way, this is really going to be the exam for this car. If I'm going to lose, then I'm going to pack up and quit. Wine Valley Circuit in Montellino with my Honda Civic Type R against a whole bunch of old school car, how I was saying, but at least I'm getting money for the 4th place as well. So in that way, if I will be able to start my car on the way uphill, then it's going to be fine. And let's just hope that I'm not going to be able only to start with it. Let's just try to pass them, but yeah, for this it should be like that I'm just drafting after them. Oh! A good turn just came, and how it looked to me that it just really can be taken much faster than how I was doing. Even for that I was inside, and I was got to the inside after the turn. Okay, let me just try not to kill myself with this turn, and let me just try to pass them. But yeah, it's just trying to defend its place. Okay, I'm just going to push it on you like you did all the time on me. So it just doesn't matter, we are just still in the first lap, and I'm getting closer at least. But it's not close enough, and I'm just laming in with the turning, and the guy is just going to get inside, and for that it's just not going to be fine for me. But yeah, we are still in the first lap, and I might be able to get closer to the opponents. I'm just trying to, but yeah, I'm just getting closer. Let me just try to do some drafting on it. And because of this race, it just not fits really perfectly for my purpose, that it has more straight in it than it should contain. But yeah, I just learned that it can be taken faster. So let me just try to pass them, but even for anything, as you can see, it's just really doing such thing like pulling on me. Oh yeah, it doesn't matter, let's just try to do such thing like getting after the opponents in front. Because how I do see it's just not really the best for me, that I'm just really laming behind. But yeah, at least I'm getting closer for some reason, let's just try not to make it wrong. Chico, I'm just slipping down. Okay, let's just hope that it's just going to use its brakes and not just in front of me only. So push it, baby. I need to go in. Push it in, put it in. Oh yeah, upweight. Look at this. Look at this. The car is just going to overtake me by itself. Even for that, the driver just got out from the car and started to push it. And my car is just not really doing a good performance in accelerating, but at least it's just doing such thing in turning. But how I do see it's just not really going to be fine, because I'm just a 5th and I'm going to be the 6th if this guy is just going to take me over. And do not matter what is just happening, even for that I'm not really making mistakes. I can think of that I'm just taking the turns too slow compared to those what it could be done. And for that I'm just laming behind, I guess. It's not because of the car. I mean, of course I'm just kidding. I guess it's just really because of the car, because it's just really not able to perform that fast speed. But let me just try to do another thing. Let's just try to get in, but look at this, it's just upway, it's just going to go away. Even for that I was just drafting behind it. I'm getting behind.
All right.
Yeah, it's just starting to
Focus, and you can win this next race.
Oh yeah, thanks, I do know that I was just not lame. But it looks like my Honda Civic is just not really fits for that purpose to race in within default. But at least I was able to get back a couple of money with it. And even for anything I was having fun. At least the car just got a good sound. But it do not have anything in under the hood.
That didn't go
Just
so
a good
well, eh?
sound.
You might want to consider retrying this one.
In a Transformers way that it just can turn, change its form from inline to V. Okay, I think this was my lame day, and of course I think I'm going to quit because I just feel myself ashamed that I just got my ass kicked for a lot of times. Of course I'm just kidding. So I guess it was fine, no matter that I was just not able to get up onto the first place all the time. The more races I did, the worse place I got to. So even for that I was saying that this car is just really great. It was really interesting how I was not able to perform with it. Of course I could make such thing like putting a little bit more horsepower under the hood, and then it would be really interesting how this car would perform, but of course I'm not intent to do it right now. I was just on to do a video with a front wheel drive car, which is the Honda Civic Type R now, and I guess it was really fun, or at least I was enjoying it. I hope you were enjoying it as much as I did, even for the results and even for the humping road. So yeah, I think I'm just thanking you that you watched this video, and I'm going to see you again, I hope so. Goodbye.